Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Mobile App Academy. My name is David Ha, and I'm an outbound product manager here at ServiceNow, and I'll be your host for today's session. I want to give a warm welcome to everyone joining us here live today. If you are joining us for the first time, welcome to the session. Our product experts are here to provide guidance, best practices, and answer any questions that come up along the way. And we do host these academies every 2 weeks at 10 a.m. Pacific, in which our recordings will be posted to YouTube on the ServiceNow community channel. I do want to point out a few resources that we have available. If you are new to mobile, we recommend that you check out some of our self-enablement resources, such as our mobile guidebooks and white papers that you can find on our community site. And we do have other resources such as labs, trainings on Now Learning, as well as our playlist to all the other app academies, which you can find sessions like Mobile Agent Quick Start Guide, Getting Started with Now Mobile, and quite a few others. But just to quickly review for today's schedule, we're going to start off with a quick overview. Our goals for today, what we're going to implement and how to get started. And then we'll jump into the exercise in which I'll be showing you some mobile icons enhancements that we introduced into San Diego. Okay. And then we'll open up to some Q&A if there's any questions at the end. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this. So in San Diego, we introduced a bunch of new features that it greatly improves some of the things that you can do around in-app branding. With the introduction of the Next Experience UI from the platform, we wanted to make sure that if customers wanted alignment between their platform design and their mobile design, that they would have the capability to do so, right? And so we introduced some icon section enhancements in San Diego. You now have the ability to use custom images on these icon sections. In fact, there's now 3 different layout types that you can pick from. You have your standard ServiceNow library of icons on the left, right? There's like 30 plus icons that you can pick from today. But we also introduced 2 new ones. One, which is a label layout, which just shows text on top of a colored background. And I'll show you how to configure that. But if neither one of those appeal to you, then you also have the ability to upload your own custom images. So this is going to give you a lot more control on how your mobile landing pages will look and feel like. And so today, I'm going to show you how you can quickly upload your own images and then apply them to your icon sections. Okay, so let me go and get started here. I'm going to share a new screen. And I will share my desktop here. Okay. We'll do a new screen share and we'll give my instance a second to load. But just want to quickly show you what I'm about to do here. So this is my out of the box field service mobile app. I'm currently logged into Mobile Agent. You can see that, I have some screens for my task as well as an icon section at the very top. Now, these are using the default ServiceNow library of icons, right? Now, if I wanted to be able to upload my own or kind of deviate from this, how would I go about doing that? And to start, I'm going to show you how to first upload your own custom images, okay? So when you're on your instance, you're going to want to navigate to this table here. It's called sys sg icon. I believe it's icon images. One sec, let me check. It is sys sg icon image, that is correct, .list. Okay, so this is the table that you're going to want to navigate to. Sys sg icon image, we'll open that up. And here you can see that there's already some custom images that I've uploaded. Let's go ahead and create a few new ones that I'll upload from my desktop here. Let's call this first one, let's see, what do I have? Let's go ahead and upload. Let's do fish first. We'll go and name this fish. We'll select this image that I have ready for us and then click OK. Okay, so this could be any image that you want. And then I can ignore this image family table. So we'll go and save this. I'm going to migrate some of these old icons, some of these old screens actually. I'm going to take my group task, my schedule, my task map, and let's also do asset lookup. We'll take those 4 and then use our own custom images for those. Okay, So I have one. Let's do three more. Let's go back to that table and upload three more images. Let's also upload, what else do I have here? Let's do Astro MAB. Choose file. And then okay. So now I have my second image. Let's do two more. Let's call this charts. No, let's call this flying MAB. And then we'll select that PNG. Okay, so now I have three images. Let's do one last one. We will upload landing MAB. Okay, so now if I go back to this table, history, icon images table, you should be able to see the four that I just uploaded. How do I organize this? Let's go and filter this. Let's do last updated. And then click this to reorganize. And here's all the four that I uploaded. Okay. So now that I have my custom images, how do I go and apply these to my icon sections? To do that, I'm going to create a completely new icon section. And I'm going to show you why. You can't use your pre-existing legacy icon sections. So let me show you what I mean by that. I first need to find this launcher screen in order to be able to create my new icon section. So let's go and navigate to launcher screen. And I believe this launcher screen is called My Work. So we'll open up the My Work launcher screen. And it looks like this is the FSM scope, which is the correct one that I want. Okay. And in the body, I currently have two UI sections, which I can see here on the left, right? I have an icon section as well as a single individual list screen here underneath. I want to create a third UI section in order to replace this one. So let's create a new one here. And when you create a new UI section, you'll notice that you'll see two things: legacy icon section and icon section. Well, you're going to want to start using this new icon section moving forward if you want to be able to take advantage of some of these icon section enhancements. If you haven't created any new ones, just assume that they're all using this legacy one. And this change happened in San Diego. So if you have like a pre-existing one, you're not going to be able to take advantage of any of these new enhancements. Okay. So that's something that I would troubleshoot in case you don't see some of these new inputs for whatever reason. So let's go ahead and create this new icon section. And give it a second to load. Let's go ahead and give this a title. We'll call this, I don't know, My Work. And it actually looks, for me, it looks a bit cleaner if I don't show the title, since I already know that this launcher screen is labeled My Work. So let's go ahead and just hide the label or hide the header. And then let's go ahead and click Submit. For the display type, you're going to want to select icon if you want your own custom icons. For basic, this is basically just a background image. A background color and a foreground color. So if you just want text on top of a colored tile, then that's what it will give you. No, I made a mistake. Sorry. Display type, basic, yes. Background color, foreground color. Image is for custom images. Icon is your default ServiceNow icons. Okay, so let's actually change this to image. And then let's go ahead and click Submit and save. And now let's jump into the UI section that we just created for My Work. Okay, so let's double check this. I have display type image. Orientation we'll leave as horizontal for now. We can play with this later. And I'll show you what you can do with it here. Um, you can also enable the hide section if empty. So if there's no records in your screens, then it will hide the section completely. Let's go ahead and create a new icon section destination. Currently, I have an empty UI section. It doesn't know what screens I want to display yet. So we'll need to create 4 destinations, right? If I want to replace my group task, my schedule, my task map, and asset lookup. So let's do that now. And we'll create a completely new icon destination. So we'll click new. And know that for destinations, you have 3 options, right? You can actually have users execute a function. You can have them navigate to a completely different launcher screen. But in our use case, we just want to open up a single screen. And then we can give this a name. Let's do the first one for my group task, in which the screen is also my group task. So for this first one, the only thing we want to use is image for custom images. This is the default ServiceNow icons, right? So you have all of these icons to pick from in the past. And then the foreground color and background color is for basic. Okay. For image, let's go and select the one that we just uploaded. Let's do this first one. We'll pick the fish one first. And then we'll submit that. And then we'll submit. At this point, I should be able to see one single icon section. So let's go ahead and refresh this. And there you go. So I now have my own custom image uploaded, and I'm able to take advantage of this. Okay, let's go ahead and do this do it 3 more times for my other screens. So let's create 3 more icon section destinations. Went back a little too far, so let's jump back into my work and create another icon section destination. I want a screen. We'll ignore the other types. And let's call this one my schedule. I'll go ahead and try to speed through this really fast. Maybe. What did I call it? Astro. Okay, Astro. And then we'll submit. Oh, that's why. We want my schedule. And then save. And then we'll do this 2 more times. Create a new destination for screen. This one will be for charts or for flying, for my task map, flying, submit. And then let's do one more for asset lookup. Or actually, let's do recently closed task. Whoops. And then we'll select this last image here for landing. Okay. So now at this point, I should be able to see all 4 screens as new icons. Okay. So that's how you can quickly upload your own custom images and then apply them to your icon section. So what else can I do with this? Let's go back here. I want to show you that you actually have a bit more flexibility on the amount of columns and rows here. So if I change the orientation from horizontal to vertical, you're going to see a few other new columns here. You can actually control the column count. So if I want my column count to show, only 2, and then the rows to also show just a 2x2 grid, then that's totally possible. Let's go and update this and refresh. Okay, so this will space out your image a bit more and take more space on your landing page. I can also change it to column count of 1 and a wide column count of 3, or actually 4, right? And then we'll save that. And if I refresh this, this is what it will look like. Okay, so this is a bit sleeker for me. I think I'm gonna leave it as this. I can also display the feed count, so it'll tell you how many records are on each screen. So if I save this, I should see like a count right next to these. If I refresh that. Give it a second to load. It might just be my instance. I have so many things going on in the background of this. Let's do a hard close and redo that. Okay, do another refresh. There it is. Okay, so there's my count. So you can see that recently closed task, there's 0 records there. But my task map, I have 5 records. And so you can quickly tell. Okay. So let me also show you the other new icon section enhancement, which is for basic. So if I change this to basic, actually, I'm going to create a completely new icon section to demonstrate this. Let's go and go back. And of course, if I want to clean this up a bit even further, just if you have a portal experience, as a branded portal experience, and you might have like some sort of banner, getting colors to align. Right now, I kind of have this purple theme. All the colors on these icons here and the header, this is all controlled by theming. I already have a themed configured, and this was something that was available since I think Orlando or sometime way back. But just know that this icon section enhancement will further help you with your in-app branding, right? And so let's go ahead and create a new icon section. It might be just faster if I go to launcher screen again. Okay, and then we'll open up my work. And then let's create a new UI section. Again, we're going to select the icon section and not legacy. Okay. We'll click OK. And then let's go and name this, my work, but this is for basic display type. We'll leave it a horizontal and change the display type to basic, and then click submit. And we'll go and save that. And let's go ahead and jump into this section here. And now let's go and I'll just show maybe one. Let's create a new icon section destination here. And this time when you fill out the form, we'll select for screen. If you wanted to display my task map, instead of using this image field, we would be using the foreground color and background color. And it's just asking for some hex values. So I have some hex values here on my notes. Let's go ahead and copy and paste this. And paste that. Okay, and then we'll submit. And then if I do a refresh on my mobile app, it will just display the text on top of some sort of background color. Okay. I can also display the count. If you display the count, it will look a lot better if you use this type of formatting. So if I go back here, display view count, if I save this and refresh, oh, there it is. So you can see that there's 5 on task map. Okay. I'm curious what this looks like if I turn this to vertical, but I might need more than one. Oh, so it looks like this really only works for horizontal, I think. But because it looks like it just changes the tile back to gray. Okay. So we'll leave it back on horizontal save. But just know that you now have more options than you did before with mobile icon sections. Okay. Let's go and wrap up this session by cleaning this landing page up a bit. Since I now have these 4 screens, I don't need them here as well. So let's go ahead and remove these 2 UI sections. And then we'll add a media section at the very top. And then I should have my very own branded landing page for my work. So let's go back to my work screen launcher or launcher screen. So if I have it in my history, launcher screen for my work. We'll get rid of basic as well as this old one. And we'll save that. And then we'll refresh. And there it is. Okay. So let's go ahead and add a media section just to complete this entire branded experience. I'm going to create a new UI section for a media section. And this is something that we've covered in a past academy. So if you want a lot more details on or step-by-step instructions on what you can do with media sections, definitely recommend checking out our YouTube series. We'll call this, let's see, what should I give it a title of? We'll do Welcome to Mobile. Welcome to Mobile. For the headline, we'll just copy and paste this. And then for the image, I can just upload something in the attachment here. Let's use the charts one. And then once I attach it, I can now select it as an image, and then we'll submit and save. We'll make sure that this displays at the very top. We'll give it a order of 100, and then we'll move this one around to 200, and then save. And then if I refresh, not sure why I popped up the fish. Let me double check. Did I select the right one? Welcome to mobile. Oh, it looks like I did upload the fish one. Let's use charts and not fish. So now if I refresh that, now it looks a little bit better. Okay. So now I have my own very clean landing page for my work, for my field service agents. And that pretty much wraps up what I wanted to show for icon section enhancements. Definitely recommend checking out the product docs if you want to learn more about any specific details on each one of these field values and what else you can do with it. We'll try to cover more academies in the future if you want us to go a bit deeper. There are also card enhancements as well as record section enhancements that we also released in San Diego. So we definitely recommend checking those out. Okay. Any questions? And while I wait for questions to come in through the chat, I do want to pull up a quick mobile survey if you guys don't mind helping us share some feedback on our community experience. So let me do a new reshare. Okay, so this is our Academy community feedback survey. Just going to ask a couple questions on how you're liking the overall new community experience since our update to it. Just let us know how satisfied you are with the current navigation experience. Are you able to find what you're looking for, right? We used to have a lot of content in our last community site. With this new migration, has it enhanced the experience, or are you now like struggling to find what you need, right? So this is kind of helpful for us to use this feedback to make the site better for everyone moving forward. So here's a QR code if you want to pull up your phone really quickly and help us take that survey. I'm not seeing any questions in the chat, so we can also wrap up very quickly for today. But I'll leave this survey screen on just for another minute, and then we'll go and wrap up if no other questions. Okay. So I'm not seeing any questions. Let's go and wrap up. I do want to mention that today's session is our last App Academy for the year as we ramp up for holidays. However, we are going to kick it off at the beginning of next year in January. And we're going to have a whole lot more exciting topics on our agenda that we are super excited to share with you. But until then, please continue following our mobile community site to get the latest dates and information. And thank you for joining us in today's session. And I hope to see you again at the start of the next year for our next App Academy. Cheers, everyone.